स्पीक ऑन दॅट स्लाइड इज विजिबल. नाही दिखा नाही देखा मी किंवा विजय पटकन येऊन इथून करून जाऊ. ठीक आहे, कारण का आपण दुसरा डिव्हाइस इन नाही करू शकत, खूप गडबड होते. ओके, आर वी
सायलेंट माझ्या डिव्हाइस वरनं काय करणार आहे आपण? ऍडमिट कोण करते? Co-host
मी
कोण
पण आहे,
करते?
मी पण आहे, त्या मुली पण आहे.
प्रिया गुंजन से तो एक बार ले लिया. फोन साइलेंट पे डालो और अपने ग्रुप पे कम्युनिकेशन का ध्यान रखो. कुछ भी आएगा इंस्ट्रक्शन ग्रुप पे थोड़ा ध्यान रखो.
सेटिंग. दीदी आप इधर हो, विजय इकडे आहे, शुभा तू इथे मागे जा, रश्मी मॅम तुम्ही जर तिकडे आहेत, श्रद्धा पण इथे आहे. श्रद्धा पुढे. ओके, आर वी थ्रू गाईड रेडी?
मला पण मला एंट्री मला कोर्स
टाइम झालाय, टाइम झालाय. माझी स्क्रिप्ट कुठे आहे?
हे काढ ना स्क्रीनवर.
दिसते.
The meeting is being live streamed. Okay. मी Thank you for everybody who has joined us online. We will be starting the event shortly. Yeah, I just wanted to check with the team. Am I audible online?
Yes.
Yes, Tina.
21 participants.
All right. So, a very good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to each one of you to the 8th edition of Envirocare Green Awards 2025. 2025 marks as the 8th year of celebrating, encouraging, empowering, and enlightening individuals and professionals that contribute towards sustainability. I am Deenal Chetan Shah, your host for today, and I take immense pleasure in steering the celebration for today. I would request our dignitaries to please come forward and grace the occasion for the lamp lighting. Dr. Naresh Amritkar, I request you to please come forward. Dr. Karve, Chopra sir, Mr. Dulip, please, and Soparkar madam. Dr. Preeti Amritkar. Let the light guide our path towards sustainability. Thank you to all the dignitaries for gracing the occasion. I would like all of you to adhere to a few meeting guidelines. I request all of you to please place your phones on silent. We have 2 marks for photographs. Whenever you are coming forward, I request you to please be on the mark and cooperate with our photographs to capture the best memories. To all the speakers on the podium, we have a mark on the podium also. And on that note, I would like to take you through a journey of EGA, before which I would like to bring to your attention again that year 2025 marks as the 8th year of celebrating sustainability. And this calls for a huge round of an applause for everybody online and here. For its inception in 2018 as a CSR initiative by Envirocare Labs, EGA has grown into a global recognition platform. What began as a spark has now lit thousands of candles, encouraging, empowering, and enlightening individuals and institutions in the sustainability space. I would now like to take you through the journey of EGA.
From a humble seed of intention to a towering tree of change, we have been making waves in sustainability since 2018.
Let's embark on this thrilling ride through our years of growth and impact.
We'll show you how EGA has evolved, inspired, and transformed the landscape of environment stewardship.
2018, the year it all began. The Vision EGA blossomed into reality. We launched with great enthusiasm at 5 different locations: Mumbai, Goa, Aurangabad, Pune, and Nashik. 35 pioneering organizations joined our cause, competing for green glory. Let's celebrate our first ever winners who set the bar high for environment excellence. These champions showed us that with dedication and innovation, we make a real difference for our planet.
Year 2019, riding the waves of success, we returned to our 5 locations. This time, 45 organizations rallied to our call, bringing their A game to the competition. It's time to applaud our winner who took sustainability to new heights. These eco-warriors prove that year by year, our impact is growing, just like a sapling we plant.
2020, a year that challenged the world but couldn't dampen our spirit. As the COVID-19 pandemic swept across the globe, we at Envirocare Green Awards refused to let it halt our mission. In fact, we turned this challenge into an opportunity for innovation. For the first time ever, we went fully digital, proving that sustainability doesn't stop. Even in a lockdown, despite the uncertainty, 53 organizations from around the world rose to the occasion, showcasing their unwavering commitment to the environment. Let's give a virtual round of applause to our winners who shine bright in dark times.
2021, a quantum leap in our journey. We introduced a robust evaluation process based on people, planet, and profit. 61 organizations from 6 countries competed fiercely. It's time to honor the International Green Champion. These winners, evaluated by our esteemed 11 international jury members and 11 patrons, truly embodied the spirit of global sustainability.
2022, the year of expansion. We introduced 6 dynamic categories from large corporates to individuals. 46 organizations from 7 countries battled it out in our first hybrid event. Let's celebrate our diverse range of winners. From large corporates to passionate individuals, these winners proved that everyone has a role in building a sustainable future.
2023, another leap forward. 70 organizations and 7 countries competed for the top honors, showcasing groundbreaking green innovation. It's time to recognize our latest environment trailblazers. These champions have set a new benchmark in the environment stewardship, inspiring us all to aim higher.
2024, and now we are taking it to the next level with 64 organizations from 4 countries participating. Amongst them were 28 pioneering MSMEs, 13 dedicated NGOs, 13 passionate individuals, each with their own powerful story of impact. But more than the numbers, it was the diversity of our applicants that stood out. From a 10-year-old student taking her first steps towards creating a greener world to a senior citizen determined to leave behind a better planet for future generations. Each voice reminded us that sustainability knows no age, no boundaries, and no limits. We have launched our dedicated web page, YouTube channel, and online application system. Plus, we are introducing sponsorships and cash rewards for winners. The year 2025 marks as the 8th year of celebrating sustainability across the globe. This year, we received 60 inspiring applications from 4 countries reflecting the growing global commitment to sustainability. In every submission, in every idea, and in every action, there was a spark of hope, responsibility, commitment to a future that's greener and cleaner. To each applicant, we say thank you. Thank you for reminding us that the power to create change lies within each one of us, and that when we come together, our collective actions can shape a better tomorrow. The stage is set, the innovations are groundbreaking, and the impact is real. Who will join our prestigious Hall of Fame this year?
From planting saplings to nurturing a global movement, Envirocare Green Awards has come to a long way. We have inspired thousands, showcased hundreds of innovations, and brought together experts from around the world. Each participant, each idea has contributed to our shared vision of greener, cleaner world.
To all the change makers out there, the innovators, the dreamers, the doers, we celebrate you. Whether you are a past participant, a future contender, or someone just beginning your green journey, you are part of this global transformation. Remember, in the race for sustainability, there's no finish line, only milestones of progress. And in this race, every step forward makes us all winners. I also take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed jury, patron, advisory members, partners, and the entire team associated with Envirocare Green Awards. Your support and dedication have been instrumental in our journey towards a sustainable future. This year, 2025, marks as the 8th year of celebrating sustainability across the globe. It is now my honor to welcome the visionary leadership of Dr. Nilesh Amritkar, founder chairman of EGA, a leader whose purpose has always been to align science with sustainability and people with planet. Dr. Nilesh Amritkar is a scientist, entrepreneur, and mentor with over 25 years of leadership in the testing, inspection, and certification industry. A PhD in microbiology and alumnus of Stanford Seed, he has led Envirocare Labs to become India's first IGBC Platinum rating certified green laboratory. He actively contributes to regular bodies like FSSAI, NABL, BIS, and TIC Council Brussels, and is deeply committed to sustainability and capacity building through education and training. It is now my honor to welcome you, sir, and your brainchild, EGA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's very heartening to see all of you, some of my professors, my gurus in the field of the profession that I took up as an environmentalist. I will not name everybody, but all sitting here are very inspiring. So thank you so much, all of you. Good afternoon, my dear environment and sustainability enthusiast. When we launched the Envirocare Green Awards in 2018, there was a lot of apprehension around how far and how long will this go? Will this be sustainable over years? Will it be another greenwashing? But we believed, and we believed in ourselves. We believed in all our well wishers. We believed in our jury, patrons, and our advisors. And fast forward today, our EGA Secretariat stands before all of you 8 years and going strong year on year. Our EGA community continues to grow, encouraging, enlightening, and empowering individuals and organizations to work towards a greener, happier, and safe environment for our future generations. From 49 applications in the year 2020 to over 100 applicants in 2025, that is about 408 passionate applicants who believed in their initiatives and believed in EGA. From corporates big and small, MSMEs, startups, NGOs, academia, and an inspiring band of individual eco warriors, we have welcomed more than 15 nationalities into our EGA community. EGA is not about a trophy or a certificate. It is a passion of all those individuals who are working tirelessly for us and for our future generations. Their dedication, determination, and devotion is highly infectious. Our salute to each of these individuals and organizations. To honor them, EGA has so far planted 1,151 geotag trees across India, generating 94 jobs and reducing 23,000 kgs of CO2. Every year, at the EGA event, we are fortunate to have keynote sessions from eminent personalities. Since 2018, we had 21 keynote speaker sessions, each covering different aspects of environment and sustainability and sustainable development goals. This year also, we are blessed to have 3 keynote speakers among us. One, Professor Priyadarshini Karve, CEO, Clean Energy Access Network and faculty at Symbiosis from Pune, speaking to us on sustainable urbanization. Dr. Kumar Iyer, mentor for value creation and prominent personality within BIS and QCI, speaking to us on sustainable value creation in emerging enterprises. And today's third speaker is an ex-Envirocarian. She worked with us when she was in Pune and now settled in UAE as a consultant in environmental and sustainable development goals. She will be speaking on women in sustainability, leading the change for a greener future. EG applications this year has over 57 people initiatives, including skilling 1,200 West speakers into certified recyclers, providing safe drinking water to 25,000 rural students. It has 56 planet initiatives, including capturing 2,800 tons of CO2 via biochar, restoring 48 hectares of mangroves, switching to 100% renewable power in 2 factories. It has about 45 profit initiatives, including circular economy business models, adding 154 crore in new revenue while cutting raw material cost by 30%. Few more stories from EGA 2025 applicants worth mentioning here. A Pune-based SME turned orange peel waste into biodegradable polymer, slashing 20 tons of plastic and unlocking a 30 crore export order. A Kenyan social enterprise installed solar-powered cold chains, cutting post-harvest losses by 35% and raising farmer income by 22%. A Mumbai housing society harvested rainwater, composite kitchen waste and sold the surplus fertilizer, funding free tuition for local children. Sustainability quite literally paid for the education. All this data coming out of EGA applications prove a very simple point. Environment and sustainability is now a business plan and it is not just a side project. This data tells us 8 out of 10 projects explicitly map to at least one of the 17 development goals. Importantly, climate action SDG 13 and clean water SDG 6 led the pack. Individual startups and MSMEs entries have grown threefold, showing that innovation is no longer the monopoly of deep-pocketed big corporates. 42% of lead applicants this year are women, evidence that green leadership is increasingly inclusive. And the road ahead for us is today, as we applaud our winners, I would invite every applicant, winner or not, to do 3 things. First, publish your green balance sheet. Each year, make carbon, water, and social metrics as a visible profit. Mentor one new entrant into the awards and move from CSR to PSR, personal social responsibility. If you can run half a marathon for fitness, I'm sure you can surely run that extra mile for our planet. And to paraphrase an African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. I slightly modified it for EGA. If you want to go far, plant a forest. We are not just an award. We are not just planting trees. We are planting ideas, partnerships, and profits with a conscience. On behalf of EGA, thank you for proving that green is the color of sustainable growth, hopeful communities, and a very healthy bottom lines. Let's keep encouraging, empowering, and enlightening one brilliant initiative at a time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for always leading us with purpose and passion. You inspire us by keeping us at EGA office determined, dedicated, and devoted to our PSR. So a big round of an applause for Dr. Nalir. I now invite Ms. Shubha Surve from the EGA Secretariat to introduce our sponsors, those who stand firmly behind our mission of creating a greener tomorrow.
Thank you, Dheeraj. Good afternoon, everyone. As we come together today to celebrate leadership and new ideas in sustainability, let's take a moment to thank the amazing supporters who made Envirocare Green Awards 2025 possible. First, big thank you to Envirocare Labs, a heart of EGA. With our 45 years of experience in testing for food, water, and environment, they lead with science and care. Their work helps make the world cleaner and safer for all of us. We are also thankful for our knowledge sponsors, Green Economy Initiatives Private Limited. They promote low carbon solutions, train people, and give policies that support green growth. Their efforts helps build a better future for both people, and the planet. A sincere thanks to ATMS and Co. LLP, a respected chartered accountancy firm. Their support in ESG and financial guidance help businesses become more responsible and transparent. They make sure that sustainability is not just a goal, but a practice. We are happy to have Serena Mates with us, India's first craft middery. Their focus on diversity and ethical sourcing shows how traditional and sustainability can go hand in hand. We are also welcome our sponsor, Anthony Lara. Um, with over 60 years of experience in waste to energy and sustainable waste management, they are helping build cleaner cities and greener future. Thank you, Anthony Lara, for supporting our mission for a healthier planet. And last but not the least, thank you to Prashant Corner, our snacks partner. Your tasty treats have added joy, flavor, and local touch to today's event. We truly appreciate your thoughtful support. To all our sponsors, thank you to standing with us and believing in greener future. Let's give them a big round of applause. Now I would like to invite Miss Ananya to introduce our first keynote speaker. Ananya, over to you.
Thank you, Shubha.
आप लोग यहाँ पे हाथ लगा दो तो लगता है ना वॉइस वो हो रहा
Good afternoon, everyone. I would Shall I start? Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to introduce our first keynote speaker, Dr. Priyadarshini Karve. Dr. Karve truly reflects the spirits of EGA to encourage innovation, empower communities, and enlighten minds for a sustainable future. Dr. Karve holds a PhD in physics from the University of Pune and has dedicated her career to clean energy solutions, creating rural cooking systems, converting organic waste into fuel, and championing low-carbon urban development. As founder of Samuchit Envirotech and CEO of Clean, her work advances SDGs 11, 12, and 13. Today, she will speak on a topic critical to our future, that is sustainable urbanizations. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Karve.
The PPT. You can introduce.
Hello, everyone. While the PPT is coming up, it's a pleasure to be here and speaking to all the people who are champions of sustainability and green entrepreneurship, which is also something very close to my heart. And if time permits, towards the end, I'll speak a bit about what we are trying to do to promote green entrepreneurship also. Okay. So the topic for this keynote speech is basically focused on sustainable urbanization. Now, this is something which I got into when I myself became an urban citizen and started realizing that what I'm teaching in classrooms or what I'm doing in rural areas is sort of out of sync with what is going on in the city that I was living in. I'm a resident of Pune, which is not far from here. So I then started looking at what exactly is the root cause of unsustainability in urbanization. And what I'm going to share are some of the things that I sort of discovered in this journey. If we look at the historical evolution of human civilization, urbanization is a phenomenon that we have been seeing right from what are called as the ancient civilizations. But in the last century or so, the pace of urbanization has really accelerated. At the beginning of the 20th century, there were only 20% of the total population that was living in cities. In 2010, globally, we sort of crossed a milestone, and we started when we became an urban civilization, because more than 50% people lived in cities from 2010 onwards. Even in India, I mean, we keep on saying that India is a agrarian economy, agriculture based, more of Indians stay in rural areas, etc., etc. But that reality has changed very rapidly. And in another 5 to 8 years, it is estimated that more than 50% Indians will also be living in cities. So we will no longer be a rural-based country. The migration from rural areas to urban areas is really very, very rapid, and huge number, like millions of people are every year moving into cities across the world. If we look at the data from India, we don't have a census in this decade as yet. But if we compare the census data from 2001 and 2011, the important thing to see is the last column there, where you see that the increase in rural population versus increase in urban population. More increases there in urban population, and that was the first time this was found in census data, that the number of people is increasing more rapidly in cities than in rural areas. Whenever the census happens in 2020s, we will definitely find even a bigger difference between the increase in rural population versus increase in urban population. I mean, this is something we are all sitting here are basically urban citizens, and we are all seeing this phenomenon around us, that our cities are expanding very, very rapidly. So this is a trend which is global and which is particularly relevant in the Indian context, because India is one of the most rapidly urbanizing countries in the world. But many people have this tendency of thinking and talking about urbanization as if it is something unnatural, as if it is something bad. So I just want to show here on this slide, I have tried to put the entire history of humanity in one slide. And I'm sort of trying to convince you that urbanization is actually a natural progression of the development of human civilization. If we look at the 250,000 years that we have been around, most of the time we have been hunter-gatherers. And there is a little bit of math there. The total land area of Earth is 1.5 into 10 raised to 8 square kilometer. And if you are a hunter-gatherer, that means all the resources that you need, you are collecting from your surrounding ecosystem. Then each individual needs exclusive access to about 10 square kilometer area. So if you think of the land area, I'm talking only about the land, not the ocean. So you divide the total land area into 10 square kilometer plots, you can sustain one individual on each of those plots in the hunting gathering lifestyle. However, this also means that because we live on a finite planet, there is a limit. So if we do the calculation, the carrying capacity for hunter-gatherer lifestyle is about 15 million people, which means that theoretically 15 million people only can sustain on Earth as hunter-gatherers. Now that's a theoretical limit. The actual limit is less than that, because you can't live on top of Mount Everest, for example. So even though the land area may be there, all the land is not livable. Now, interestingly, when we transitioned to agriculture, which was a big step, and it's the one unique thing that humans started doing apart from other complex species. We are the only ones who settled down and started doing agriculture. Elephants don't do that, whales don't do that. When we made that shift, there were several things that were changing. First is we were coming out of the last ice age. But there had been many ice age and warm period cycles before that. We didn't shift from hunting gathering to agriculture in those times. We shifted only about 10,000 years ago, when it is estimated that the total global population was about 5 million people, which means that possibly we had started hitting the limit for the hunter-gatherer lifestyle. We were facing the unsustainability challenge, and our solution to the challenge, or our ancestors' solution to the challenge, was to shift to a different lifestyle. By shifting to agriculture, we started putting our blood and sweat in the land, and we increased the productivity of land, so that 10 square kilometer area could now sustain about 50 people, even with the simplest of agriculture, which meant that we increased the carrying capacity to about 750 million people. But the population increased very rapidly once we shifted to agriculture for a variety of reasons. And by around 16th century, we have started hitting the limit of simple agricultural civilization. That is when more thought and more innovation started happening around technologies to further increase the productivity of the land. And the kind of cities that we live in now started evolving after that point in time. Particularly after the Industrial Revolution, urbanization has grown really very rapidly. In the urban industrial civilization, we have actually increased the carrying capacity to about 1.5 billion people. And that has been the prevalent or aspirational lifestyle for the last 300 years. But we are 8 billion people, going on to 10 billion people, whereas the carrying capacity is just 1.5 billion. So the point is that the unsustainability challenge that the hunter-gatherers faced, similar challenge we are facing today. And the solution also has to be similar. We have to find a new way of life which will allow 10 billion people to sustain on this planet. Now, every time, whenever we face unsustainability, we seem to have changed our lifestyle pattern, and something is happening now which is again unprecedented. What we are seeing now is that for a long time people believed that increasing human population is the big problem. But now population is stabilized. We will reach about 9-10 billion people and stabilize around 2060 or so. Even India's population will stabilize at around 1.6 billion by 2070. Many countries are facing the problem of shrinking population. So population is no longer the main driving force of unsustainability. The main driving force of unsustainability is now inequality. 10% of the total human population is sort of pulling all the resources towards itself. And if you do the math, what is 10% of about 8 billion people? 10% of 10 billion people. That is the carrying capacity limit for the urban civilization, urban lifestyle. So that is why we are still sort of going on, because it is only 1 billion people who are sort of enjoying all the facilities of an urban lifestyle. For all the other people, this is still aspirational, and they are all deprived of basic resources. So we have to accept that consumption patterns is the major driver of unsustainability today. It is very uncomfortable for people who actually are decision makers to accept this, because all of us are sitting up there. So it's very easy for us to point fingers at population, whereas the real driver, especially since the middle of the last century, is actually consumption patterns. Everybody aspires for urban civilization because there are a lot of positives of urbanization. People migrate to cities because they are looking for better education, better healthcare, better opportunities for jobs. Cities are also sort of hives of innovation and creativity. A lot of entrepreneurship grows out of urban ecosystems. So there are a lot of positives of urbanizations which we have to acknowledge. I'm emphasizing these points because particularly in the green and environmental field, people have this romanticism about simple rural lifestyle, etc. But 10 billion people cannot sustain on planet Earth living a simple agricultural lifestyle. We have to move forward. We cannot go backward. We have to find a combination of new lifestyles which will allow all 10 billion people to live a good quality of life. And most of these people aspire to live an urban lifestyle. So how do we create urban world for 8 to 10 billion people? That really is the challenge of the 21st century. And this is in the face of climate change, of resource depletion, pollution, all other environmental challenges that we have been facing. So again, going back to historically how cities have evolved. Agriculture was soon followed by civilizations, and civilizations had cities. So early cities are cities from Indus Valley civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, and so on. These were all ecopolis. Ecopolis basically means that it's basically a dense settlement, but living standards in rural areas and urban areas are not usually different. Even these cities are dependent on their local ecosystem for all the resources, because transportation is difficult. You can't bring resources from far up. So by default, you have to depend on your local ecosystem. If you look at the cities that we are more familiar with in our history, you can see a progression from Indus Valley to Mughal area, British India, and then independent India. Just some glimpses of these cities. The cities started becoming guzzlers of energy and resources only post-industrialization. So the cities of British India and even the planned cities of independent India, they have all been consuming more than giving to the surrounding ecosystem. These all cities are of this type, which are called petropolis, petroleum dependent cities, because we are using petroleum to transport resources from all over the world to sustain lifestyle in the city. We do not have any connection with our local ecosystem because we don't need to. I don't need to know what are the natural plants growing in my backyard because I'm not dependent on them for anything, right? So that is why we have lost connect with our local ecosystem. So what our need now is to bring the good, the best of both these models and try to create cities which are globally connected, but which have their roots in their local ecosystem, and as much as possible, they depend on the local resources. And SDG 11 gives a fairly good model for these type of cities, where the cities and communities have to be inclusive, safe, and sustainable and resilient. If you look inside SDG 11, all these points are covered. Housing for everyone, affordable public transport, participatory governance, cultural and natural heritage is also an important aspect of cities, not just new modern buildings and concrete jungle. Disaster management, reducing environmental impact of the city itself, and maintaining green and public spaces. All of these are the targets under SDG 11. So a few years back, me and my team, we did an exercise as to how much Pune city is aligned with SDG 11 and what are the gaps and how do we fill those gaps. We did a number of consultations with citizen groups across the city and came up with a vision of sustainable Pune city from the eyes of the citizens based on their understanding of SDG 11 and the reality around them. It was a very, very interesting exercise, and I would recommend all people living in different cities to try and do this in their own cities. Sustainable urbanization, from this, what we gathered is that we need to focus on these three things. Cities must be, as much as possible, self-dependent on their local ecosystem for food, water, and energy. Carbon neutral and climate resilient, both are important because cities are also now more and more vulnerable to climate change impacts, apart from adding to the greenhouse gas emissions. And the last point is also important. Cities must strive to be socially equitable with fair and transparent local governance. These are the three things that we need to work on. Just some examples: backyard farming, terrace farming, green roofs, These are all ways of food security and also maintaining a good sort of a stable temperature inside the building, particularly green roof, which is very important in the face of heat island effect, which many cities are facing now in summer seasons. Rooftop solar systems for electricity and backyard biogas systems for converting your own food waste into cooking energy. When it comes to renewable energy, people are still thinking in a very traditional, conventional way. You have large area covered with solar panels, generating megawatt scale of electricity, or collect waste from all over the city and make one biogas plant. This has a very large geographical footprint and creates a land use change which has other negative environmental impacts. On the other hand, use the existing infrastructure, use all the rooftops. Decentralized must be the way forward for renewable energy, because then it automatically brings in equity in access to energy. If it is centralized energy generation, there will still be unequal distribution. Those who are able to pay more will get more energy. So we will not address this basic problem of inequity in consumption. Decentralized mode automatically sort of addresses this. Rainwater harvesting and wastewater treatment using nature-based solutions to the best extent possible. And then reusing that water also to reduce dependence on fresh water. These two things together will then ensure that Mumbai and Thane don't need to take water from Nasik to fulfill our water requirements here. Public transport system and walkable and cyclable city. This is something which every city in India absolutely doesn't have. And we have to move in that direction. Again, this is also related with equity, because when you build flyovers, it only benefits those who own cars. What about those who are walking and cycling? Whereas better public transport system benefits everyone. So it's a no-brainer what we should be investing in, but unfortunately that is not how these calculations are done. 40 to 50% urban populations in India are living in low-income settlements. Urban poor is something which we don't like to talk about. Whenever we talk about cities, we see these chakachak buildings and modern infrastructure. But 50% populations in Indian cities on an average are living in what are called as slum areas. We are building high-rise, very fancy apartment houses, and then those flats and apartments are remaining unused, just locked up, bought as investment. And people at the lower end of the economic spectrum cannot afford to buy a house in a city. There has to be more focus on building practically feasible and affordable infrastructure for urban poor. A lot of urban poor are also entrepreneurs. So it's not the house is not just a dwelling for them, it's also their place of business. Many times slum redevelopment projects just build this high-rise buildings without giving any consideration to the fact that the people who are supposed to live there also have to do some business activity in their dwelling. And then we complain that they are not occupying those houses and again creating new slums because their needs are not being taken into consideration. So a lot of thought has to go into building houses for affordable houses for low-income groups. And of course, waste recycling, upcycling. In this audience, I don't even need to comment on how important this is. Everybody who is in environmental conservation, sustainability understands the importance of recycling and upcycling of waste. Cities also should blend with natural ecosystems. Especially I want to draw your attention to this photo here of a river and trees around it. This is from the middle of Pune city. There is an area like this in Pune city, which unfortunately it no longer looks like this. One of the banks, all the trees have been removed and a riverfront embankment is being created, which actually is very ugly compared to what it looks on the other side. But cities should have ecosystems blended with it. It is just ridiculous that you live in a city and on the weekend all of us jam the expressway because we want to go and visit some natural location. Why can't we have natural locations within our city? It is definitely possible. Active citizens are very, very important for responsible governance and transparent governance. In a democracy, we get the government that we deserve. So unless and until we step out, it was mentioned about personal social responsibility. Well, we also have the personal responsibility to step out and demand things from our government. In many cities, the number of vehicles is high because public transport is pathetic, which means that I am being forced to use my own vehicle because the local government is not providing me with a proper public transport. So why don't I step out as a community? Why don't we step out and demand that we want better public? If we start demanding, policies will change. Political leaders are not leaders. They are followers of public opinion. So if we build public opinion for sustainable cities, policies will follow. So that's also an important thing as far as the third point of governance is concerned. So I'm going to stop here. This is what we sort of discovered in this process. Another thing, I just want to take a minute to talk about this. I have been in this business for 20 years now. When I started, I was being laughed out that you are trying to reduce consumption and earn money from that. How is that even possible? But now we see a lot of green entrepreneurs coming up. Pune city has a green startup ecosystem. So we are trying to create a association of green entrepreneurs at a city level with the idea that we want to mainstream green entrepreneurship. So that the green entrepreneurs themselves do not say that our products are alternative. We are not alternative. We have to be the mainstream. So to get there, we have to all work together and find business for each other and spread each other's philosophy. So we are trying to define what is true green entrepreneurship, because there is also a lot of greenwashing that happens. And we are trying to bring together in individual cities all the green entrepreneurship, all the green entrepreneurs, and create associations around that. So anybody who wants to know more about this, you can connect with me. Again, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you, and best wishes to all the applicants of the award, and special wishes for those who are the winners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your encouraging words. Now I would like to call Deenal to take the function going forward.
Thank you, Ananya. Before I align this, ma'am, you mentioned about green entrepreneurs, and also you would like a lot of us to come be associated. I take the liberty, Dr. Nilesh, on behalf of you, that the entire community of EGA would like to be part of anything that we can collaborate for a better future. So thanks a lot. We would like to take you through the next keynote session, before which I would like to take a moment. As part of our 3 E's of EGA, that is encouraging, empowering, and enlightening, we have a segment this year called as Special Appreciation. And like we talk about a lot of associations, yes, 3 E's of EGA is encouraging, empowering, and enlightening. But a lot of times it's very mutual, where we also need people who would encourage us and empower us. So one of its kind association that always encourages us and empowers us is the association based in Thane. It is called as the Thane Small Scale Industry Association, called as TISA. TISA is actively involved in promoting sustainability through various initiatives, including education programs, seminars, and collaboration with government bodies. TISA also focuses on facilitating discussions and partnerships with the solar energy sector, particularly regarding the PM Suryodaya Yojana. Additionally, TISA has partnered with SIDBI to enhance capacity building for its better businesses. We take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to
TISA as an association, and this year we planted 5 trees in the name of the association at Andhra Pradesh. I request Sonamne sir and Supatkar madam to please come forward, and Dr. Nilesh to please honor the association.
Yes. So this is for in recognition of your outstanding commitment to environment and sustainability. We have planted 5 trees in your honor at Chilakapalam, Andhra Pradesh. Your dedication to creating a greener future is truly appreciated. 19 July 2025. Thank you.
In fact, Vanessa has got the TMC
Green.
green
Yes,
award.
so yes, okay.
So we are doing our bit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I would now request Ms. Shraddha to please come forward and introduce our honorable jury patron.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's our honor to introduce the distinguished jury panel for EGA 2025. 11 esteemed experts representing 5 countries, including India, Nigeria, Qatar, UAE, and Oman, bringing together diverse global perspectives on sustainability, innovation, and environmental leadership. Joining us from Nigeria, I welcome Mr. Benedict Ojobo. He is the Chief Scientific Officer at NBRDA and founder of Tech Sculptics. He leads community-focused biotech and education initiatives, advocates for tech for humanity, and actively champions the UN SDGs. Representing India, we welcome Ms. Rama Venugopal. Ms. Rama, with nearly 3 decades at value-added corporate services, contributes to EGA for her leadership in corporate governance and consulting, along with her active role in CCC Chennai. Next, from India, we welcome Mr. K. Sangameshwar. With over 30 years in EHS, environmental consultancy, and ISO auditing, Mr. Sangameshwar offers deep expertise in environmental impact assessments and sustainability management. Next, from UAE, we welcome Ms. Priya Gunjan. Ms. Priya brings over a decade of experience in GHG audits, environmental compliance, and sustainability training across India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Singapore. Her expertise spans risk management, emergency planning, and climate reporting. From Qatar, we welcome Dr. Manoj Chaturvedi, a globally respected ESG strategist. Dr. Chaturvedi has led sustainability programs across Qatar, India, UK. He is the author of the ESG Compass and advocate for climate resilience. From India, we welcome Mr. Samir Ketkar. Mr. Samir has over 25 years of experience in petroleum economics, engineering, and consulting across the Middle East and India. He also actively mentors startups focused on sustainable development and energy innovation. From India, we welcome Mr. Omkar Musale. Mr. Omkar is an environmental consultant with over 17 plus years of hands-on experience in ESG compliance, EHS audits, and sustainability projects. He has managed over 50 high-impact environmental initiatives globally. From USA, we welcome Dr. Yutika Chauhan. Dr. Chauhan has a PhD from the University of North Carolina and works on global projects in sustainability, innovation, and climate action. She also mentors various social and animal welfare initiatives worldwide. Representing India, we welcome Mr. Nilesh Lele. Mr. Nilesh Lele is a chartered financial analyst and FRM. Mr. Lele has supported 100 plus startups through a ramp-up advisory. He also serves as a president of CASMB and mentors emerging businesses in funding and sustainability. Joining from India, we welcome Dr. Manisha Karade. Dr. Karade leads impactful programs on EPR, ESG, and microplastics at RRMA. She is a frequent speaker at national forums and mentors young professionals through certifications and research projects. From India, we welcome Mr. Avinash Dulip, a petroleum safety and environmental expert with over 35 plus years of global experience. Mr. Avinash has worked with the World Bank and government across Timor-Leste and Madagascar. He is also an advisor on climate change and co-founder of Spirogyra Australia. Let's give a big round of applause to all our jury members who are helping to recognize the outstanding contributions to sustainability. Thank you so much. I hereby invite Ms. Ananya to give a brief about our next keynote speakers. Thank you.
Thanks, Shraddha. Before Ananya welcomes, I just want to bring to all the audience's attention, all the jury members that are present online. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your contribution. And to here, we have two of our jury members here with us today, Mr. Dulip. So a big round of applause for Mr. Dulip. And also we have Omkar Musaye here at your right. So a big round of applause for him. Yes, over to you, Ananya.
Thank you, Vemal. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. So now I will introduce our next keynote speaker who will be joining us online. Our next keynote speaker is Ms. Priya Gunjan. Ms. Gunjan exemplifies the EGA's core values, especially in the context of women leading change in sustainability. Ms. Priya Gunjan is a seasoned environmental and sustainability professional with over a decade of global experience in GHG audits, climate reporting, and compliance across India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Singapore. She brings deep expertise in industrial risk management, sustainability audits, and training. Today, she will speak on women in sustainability leading the change for a greener future, advancing SDGs 5, 12, and 30. So please join me in welcoming Ms. Priya Gunjan. Matt has joined.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ananya. Hope I'm
Hi,
audible.
Priya ji. Hi.
Hi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Priya Gunjan. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible to us.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Priya Gunjan. I'm a ESG consultant as well as GHG lead auditor, currently working with UVISOR Middle East. So today I will be speaking on the topic Women in Sustainability Leading the Change for a Greener Future. As we all know, women are excelling in all fields, being it's home, company, entrepreneurship, or any other sector. From our ancient time, we have seen that women play an important role in all aspects. So, can we have a slide, Ananya?
Priya ji, you want us to share the presentation?
Just a minute.
Can you have it played at your end, please?
Sure.
The rights are there, right, for the sharing?
This is her.
No, these are our views. So once we will change the speaker view once Priya ji speaks.
Yeah, I hope it is visible.
No, we can't see your slides yet.
Can you see now?
Presentation.
Is it visible, Dina?
No, we can't see it. So sorry. Yeah, we can see your.
We have started screen sharing now.
Yeah, just could you help? Can you put it in PowerPoint, please?
Sure.
Slide mode.
Slide mode. Done?
Yeah. Now is it visible?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah, sorry, sorry for the confusion. Anyways, I'll just start with my presentation. So today I'm going to talk on the topic Women in Sustainability, Leading the Change for a Greener Future. Coming to this slide first, it is about UN SDG goals. As we all know, at its heart, there are 17 SDG goals, which are an urgent call for action by all developing countries as well as developed nations in a global partnership. We have been seeing the SDG goals, which can recognize in protecting the planet, ending poverty, and other deprivations, which go hand in hand with strategies that can improve health, education, reducing inequality, and spur economic growth while tackling climate change and working to preserve our ocean and forest. With the help of these SDGs, we can align policies, business practices, and community efforts which can bring development and environmental sustainability. As we can see, there are 17 goals, which are first is no poverty, zero hunger, good health, quality education, and fifth one is gender equality. So today I'm going to talk on the topic SDG 5, which is gender equality goals. It contains of gender equality, which has various targets. As we come to know that gender equality to all women and girls, it emphasizes the importance of equal pay, women rights, and shared responsibility for caregiving. When it comes to building climate resilience in communities involving women is crucial. As per the United Nations report, communities are mostly successful in resilience and capacity building strategies. The Gender Action Plan for SDG 5 goals are end discrimination against all women and girls, eliminate violence against all women and girls, eliminate all harmful practices such as child marriages, which has already been stopped as of now, but still in some of the cities we can see that. Fourth is recognize the value of unpaid care and domestic work. Fifth one is ensure women's participation and leadership in decision making. And sixth is ensure universal access to the human and reproductive health and rights. This is the gender equality goals, which is gender equality is a cross-cutting issue, which is influenced by three factors mainly, such as ESG, environmental, social, and economic factors. Environmental factors can affect empowering women such as in environmental stewardship in agriculture, water management, and conservation. In case of social responsibility, it improves health, education, and social cohesion. By reducing the gender based violence and discrimination, women are more safe. In terms of economic factors, the economic factors, women can be given equal access to job, land, and finance, which can boost productivity and economic growth. Even there will be reduction in poverty. This is the best example of gender equality. As we can see, Envirocare Labs, which has got almost 60% of female population, which is a good example of gender equality, and they're achieving SDG Goal 5. Why women matter in sustainability? As we all know, women play an important role in sustainability sector. Women and girls make up half the global population. And from the statistics of January 2025, women held 27.2% of national parliament seats, which is almost 4.9 points more than the year 2015. And achieving the 1.5 degrees centigrade Paris Agreement goal, we require active participation in both the genders. For indigenous women, which holds a critical traditional knowledge, which help us supporting sustainability and reducing the emission reductions. For the full representation of women in negotiation, leadership, and local action, it is vital for women to be in sustainability. Women also make up 50% of agricultural labor force in developing countries. Why women leading today in sustainability? As we can see, empowered women in agriculture promote sustainable farming and conservation. Women holds traditional knowledge that supports sustainability and emission reduction. Women make up almost 50% of agricultural labor force in developing countries. Women are also playing an important role in disaster response and recovery, community planning, and risk reduction. In, in today's corporate world, female leaders are becoming ESG champions for shaping the sustainable business practices, and be in the case of circular economy or the other areas of GHG auditing or ESG initiatives. Women are playing an important role. As compared to grassroots level, local women leaders are transforming their communities through climate resilience strategies. Also, women, as per the United Nations, as a policymakers, female ministers and political leaders are driving climate policy at national and global levels. Women are emphasizing long-term planning, collaboration with the companies and community engagement through their solving complex environmental issues. These are some of the examples of women as leaders in sustainability as globally. So we can see the examples here. First one is Dr. Nawal Al Hosseini. She is the permanent representative to the UAE for the International Renewable Energy Agency. She has also been program director of the UAE-led Women in Sustainability, Environment and Renewable Energy initiative, which was formed in year 2015. The second example is of Zambi Mati. She's from Kenya. She is an engineer by profession that's turning plastic waste into durable building materials. So she is one of the example of sustainability in women. The third one is Dr. Gladys. She is from Uganda and she is a wildlife conservator who is linking conservation through public health. The fourth one, as everyone must be aware about Greta Thunberg. She is a Swedish environmental activist who addresses the problem of climate change. These are the UAE sustainable leaders. This is from one of the C Institute conference, which is for ESG program and sustainable leaders. So these are the ladies who participated in this C conference. These are some of the case study where we can see the rural women and the eco livelihoods from the Solar Sister Initiative, which is from Sub-Saharan Africa region. So here, women are just trained for solar entrepreneurs to sell the solar lamps, and they're also cleaning cook stoves. So over 5,000 women empowered as clean energy distributors in Sub-Saharan African region. Clean energy also access provided to almost 2 million people in Africa. Reduction due to deforestation and reducing carbon emission was the main motive for this case study. Women gain technical skills, income, and become advocates for their sustainable energy practices. So this is one of the case study from Saharan Desert. This is the case study which is from the joint program which was held in various countries. So through this programs, which is accelerating programs through rural activity, women economic RWD is a global initiative. And through this, various educational opportunities for the rural ladies and the girls who are available in different countries. So they have provided equal opportunities for the literacy, and almost they have been literally financial strong in these countries. So now we are coming to what are the benefits of empowering women for the sustainable growth. So first of all, for empowering women we should be providing proper training and resources to the women farmers. As we can see that in developing nations, the population of women farmers are almost half the population. So we need to enhance them through agricultural productivity and sustainability. The second is through promoting education and educational program for women in sustainability, which leads to better techniques and practices. The third one is the proper support and initiatives which should be given to the women that focus on women's role in agricultural and strengthen community resilience and food security. The fourth one is to enhance them through technology and introducing technology solutions for women farmers, which can improve efficiency and yield significantly through education and green initiatives. And so the even the poverty should be reduced by all these factors. This is the continuation of the empowering women by economic growth and innovation, social development and equity, and environmental sustainability. These are the barriers and challenges which is due to gender inequality and lack of access. As we can see in many societies, women are responsible for household energy, food, water, and care for young and elderly. Particularly in developing countries, the consequence of climate change can also increase the burden for women and girls, especially if they travel from for long distance to obtain daily supplies, leaving very less time for their paid work, and also the greater risk of their personal safety. So, as per the representations gap in climate negotiation, as we can see that in even the UN, United Nations, women are less as compared to men. So they should be given more advocacy and positions in all over world. The third one is cultural and institutional challenges. These are the challenges which are still faced, as we can see, because of gender gaps in energy. Women remain uninterrupted in the leadership roles and they also face wage disparities. They are not paid equally as compared to men. For the cultural barriers, the traditional gender roles can also discourage women from entering the sustainability fields and funding inequality. So now it's our responsibility and call to action that women should be given a proper volunteer activities with an environmental group of women-led initiative in their community. Also, we should support women-owned businesses that champion sustainable products. By sharing some stories of female sustainability leaders on social media and other channels, organizing or attending webinars, seminars, panels, and conferences which can promote the gender equity in green sectors and sustainability field. By mentoring young women and girls who are also interested in climate careers, launching sustainability education programs in schools and universities, as we have seen in India and other nations that many of the universities are providing such kind of sustainability programs as well as trainings to their students. Women as a environmental stewardship. As a women, we can also adopt some science-based targets for reducing the scope 1, 2, and 3 GHG emissions, as well as we can develop some strategies to achieve these targets, such as improving the energy efficient practices, switching to renewable energy, optimizing supply chains, or innovating production process such as circular economy and other areas. For ISO 14064 and GHG protocol, these are the standards which can be used and provided for organizational advice for the measurement and reporting of GHG emissions and removals. As per today's key global trends, women now hold over 58% of sustainability executive roles in major companies, bringing innovation and long-term thinking to the forefront. Female-led startups are pioneering eco-friendly solutions from recycled construction materials in Kenya to water quality platform in China. Even the governments are being urged to adopt gender-responsive environmental policies and increasing the funding for women-led climate initiatives. Programs like Energy Sector, Women Leadership Initiative, and Student Energy are expanding access to the sustainability careers for women and girls. So as we can see that today world is changing as per SDG 5 gender equality. Women are getting almost equal rights as compared to earlier ages, but still we need more concentration in this area. So this is the about sustainability and environmental stewardship, which are the critical issues for ensuring a habitable planet for future generations. It is also about redesigning the future with keeping everyone in mind, being a female or a male. So we should be equal in all aspects. Let's build something powerful together. These women are just participating in sustainability, but they are also redefining the rules, building a new systems, and providing the leadership as about vision, resilience, and measurable change. This is something about myself as a sustainability leader, my roles and responsibilities. I have done some validation and verification projects for the renewable energy as well as GHG projects. I have been also working as a GHG auditor for various UAE, India, KSA, Singapore projects. I have been doing assessment and inspections for some of the audits in all over UAE and other areas. I've been also involved in ESG reporting, such as GDP, GRI reporting for the various clients in UAE. So this is all about me being a sustainable profession. It's a really challenge for me in this sector, but still I'm enjoying all this. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Dina.
Thank you, Priyaji. Thank you for such a
Thank you.
inspiring talk. I wanted to request you if you could please switch on your camera.
Yeah, sure.
Hi, so good to see you. All of us, we
Yeah,
can see you. So to
thank you.
the very interesting topic that Priyaji had about women in sustainability, Priya happens to be one of our Envirocarians. So there's a huge connect that we have with her. And to be very precise about what Priyaji mentioned, we are 68% women and 32% men. And also very happy to bring to your attention that we have a leadership board where we are 10 people, from which 7 are women. So thanks, Priya, for bringing that up.
Yeah, thank you
On
so
that
much.
note, we're part of the same facility. Anybody who would like to take a tour post to our award ceremony, please take the tour of Envirocare Labs. We are one of the top class facilities in the country. Before we move to our next segment, I would like to request Rashmi ma'am to please introduce our esteemed patron members. There are
Questions we can take it because yeah, we can take it and we can take across to the faculty. Yeah.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tina.
Thank you, Deenal. We now proudly present our respected patron members, representing thought leaderships from India and Europe, all contributing their unique expertise to EGA 2025. From India, Mr. Sumit Jha. Sumit is a veteran editor and communication expert with over 30 years in media. He has led top publications like Hospitality Biz, authored several coffee table books promoting sustainability stories and industry's thought leadership. Next from India, Mr. Imran Ustad. Imran is an associate director of ESG data at Morningstar Sustainalytics with a career built on sustainability research and ESG finance. Starting his journey at Envirocare Labs, he now leads key ESG initiatives that empower green professionals. Representing India, Dr. Hemant Zogrekar. With 30 years of experience in technology and supply chain management at Asian Paints, Dr. Zogrekar is now a chair professor at ICT Mumbai and mentor at MVP and Garze Marathi Global. He combines industrial excellence with education and sustainability mentoring. Joining us from India, Dr. Aparna Dhawan. With over 25 years of experience, Dr. Dhawan is a senior counselor and head of standards at the CCI Institute of Quality. She works on accreditation, sustainability, and digital compliance, and has led global teams on green industry practices. And from Netherlands, Europe, Mr. Avin Ramaya. Mr. Avin is a biophysicist, entrepreneur, and innovator working across artificial intelligence, renewable energy, bioinformatics, and medical devices. He is driving sustainable technologies, including energy storage, wind power, green hydrogen, and health solutions across Europe, India, and UAE. Also from India, Dr. Seema Shukla, Executive Director at TIC Council. Dr. Shukla holds a PhD from IIT Delhi and has 20 plus years of experience in food safety, ESG, and policy advocacy. She leads national and global efforts to improve quality, trades, and sustainable practices. Let's thank our patron members for their remarkable support and dedication to advancing sustainability through EGA 2025. We will now take a short break of 15 minutes. You can enjoy some tea and coffee, which is there outside. And please get back to your seats by, it's 3:30 now. So we will meet here again by 3:45. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for that. One needed that. All of us. Okay.
नाही तर श्रद्धा तू माझ्यावर तुला पण घेऊ अपने अनन्य सिक्वेन्स मध्ये सांगते ना तिकडे राहा का तिकडे राहा हा द्यायला पण शकतो बॅग हा सर्टिफिकेट पण Yes, yeah. विजय सगळे कॅमेराज बंद आहेत. Thank you everybody for joining us back. And we will now move to our next keynote session, and post to which our award ceremony will start. I request Ms. Ananya to please come forward to introduce our next speaker. I hope everybody has joined us back online.
I appreciate all the online people that they would have their own cup of tea. I could not give them the tea, but we'll send the tea online.
Our children.
It is also sustainability.
Good evening, everyone. Now, I would like to introduce our next speaker, that is Dr. Kumar Iyer sir. Our next speaker for today's session is Dr. Iyer sir. He is based in India and is an expert in sustainable strategy and value creation with over 25 years of experience across innovation, ESG, and circular business models and operations management. With over 25 years of experience across industries spanning manufacturing, consulting, and designing, he has guided organizations to embed sustainable innovation, risk resilience, and stakeholder value. Today, he will speak on sustainable value creation in emerging enterprises, aligning with SDG 8, 9, 12, and 17. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Iyer sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Nilesh. Thank you for inviting me here this afternoon. And a little bad, pardon me. My throat is bad. Before I get into my talk, a couple of things what Priyadarshini mentioned really struck a chord with me. And this is something that I talk about all the time. She said, for those of you who were here, 10% of the people control 50% of the resource, consume 50% of the resource. And we have this rich-poor divide. This is because we need the poor so that the rich can remain rich. We keep them poor. I mean, we talk about high rises and we have slums. Where do the workers who work in our houses stay? If everyone stays in high rises, who will work in our houses? So we need the slums so that the people who work in our houses will live in those slums. So we are indirectly propagating this trend. Rather than working towards equality, we want to maintain the status quo so that we remain with the comforts that we are used to living. So this is something that, a lot of people find it very hard to accept. We say, this is very common, we hear it. We have drivers at home, we have maids at home, we have all kinds of helps at home. No, we want that their children remain at the same social strata as they are. Because if they move up, who will make our lives easy? And that's why the way the social structure is constructed today, we will never be sustainable. So just thought I'd bring that up. Second, there's so much false narrative going around, especially where energy is concerned. We talk about renewable energy, we talk about solar, wind, geo, etc., etc., etc. The cleanest energy, the one that has got a much lower carbon footprint than solar, than wind, than geo, is nuclear. But nobody talks about nuclear energy. They only bring up the bogey of the hazards that can happen, not about the benefits that nuclear can give you. They don't want to do it because it doesn't serve their purpose. So just a couple of things, the way narratives are challenged, the way the public discourse is, channelized in certain directions, just so that vested interests can be met. Okay, so sorry for the digression, but I had to bring this up, considering what Priyadarshini mentioned, so I had to bring this up. Okay, so now let me get to what I came here to talk about. How do you create value in, says emerging enterprises, but this is true for all enterprises. Need not be restricted to emerging enterprises. How does this move? Okay, here. Okay. Okay. So, how do we define value? When a company or when an individual or anyone says, I'm creating value, what do you mean? It means I'm doing something which I consider important and which is beneficial to my stakeholders. That's what is value. If I can do something which my stakeholders benefit from, in turn I benefit from, I am creating value. So every act that we do creates value or should create value, theoretically. Okay. Now, when we talk about creating value as an enterprise, creating value as individuals, we have to make sure that our businesses, our behavior is ethical, and we balance the aspirational needs of our various stakeholders. We work in harmony. I will get to a slide, a couple of slides later. I'll show you what this means, what is meant by harmony. Okay. And we have to identify all stakeholders. We have to take into account their aspirations and work towards achieving those aspirations. To what extent we achieve it, that is a subject for another talk. But at least the thought process to be one wherein we should be seen working towards achieving this harmony. Okay, couple of things that I would like to bring about. We talk about environment, we talk about all these things, and we say profit is bad. Profit is not bad. Profit is good. Let's get that into our heads. Profit is not a bad word. Greed is a bad word. Profit is not equal to greed. Please remember that. Profit is essential. Without profit, there is no enterprise. Without enterprise, there is no circular economy. So profit is not bad. Excessive profit is bad. Sustainability, value creation cannot happen on an empty stomach. If I have to think about my survival day in, day out, sustainability is never going to be at the top of my mind. How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to pay for my child's college or school education? If these are the thoughts that are going to keep roaming around in my mind, I'm not going to be bothered about, am I planting 3 trees extra? Am I, those are not the kinds of thoughts that are important for me. My survival is important. I can only think about other things when I am able to survive. So, profitability is not bad. You need to be profitable. Only then you will be sustainable. You have to achieve longevity in your business without compromise, without sacrificing profitability. Yes, you should not say, okay, this year I make 10%, next year I make 15, next year I make 20. That is bad. You have to think, dig deep into yourself and say, how much is enough? You make your own metric. In all my experience, and in all the companies that I have worked with, everyone talks about a vision statement, values. I have not seen a single company in the world which says we will not make more than 10% profit. That should be your number one value. I will not make more than X% profit. What happens to the extra? Goes back to the other stakeholder. Because otherwise you're servicing only one stakeholder, your shareholder. That's the only stakeholder that you're working with. The other stakeholders are going to be deprived of to satisfy the needs and the wants of a single stakeholder. And that is not a harmonious relationship. Okay, so we talked about this, talked about a couple of these. Three things that any enterprise or as leaders of any enterprise should do. One, ethical behavior. Your behavior sets the tone for your organization. What if you behave in a certain manner, you have no right to hold others to a higher standard. You set the standard that your organization will follow. So you have to be, I'm not, again, ethics is, there is no absolute in ethics. But once you've set that bar, don't expect others to go higher than the bar. You can't. Otherwise you're talking about a hypocritical situation. I will do this, but I want others to do better. Doesn't work that way. What you mean, we always say lead by example. You set the example that you want others to follow. You set the ethos for the organization by your own personal behavior, by your ethics, your values. That's what will define what your organization stands for. This in turn follows from your personal moral line, which means what are the morals that you believe in. This is not my term, by the way. This personal moral line is something that was, Clayton Christensen coined. So, he talked about a personal moral line. A line, it's like a Lakshman Rekha. This is how far I will go and not beyond. That's my personal moral line. Your personal moral line defines the behavior of your organization. It defines your transactions with society. It defines who you are. We are used to saying, uske saath to adjustment ho jayega, which means he has got a very low moral line, personal moral line. He's amenable to adjustment. We hear this very often. उसके साथ काम करना है तो यार सीधा काम करना पड़ेगा. वो नहीं सुनने वाला. That means he has a different standard. He marches to a different tune, he or she. So your personal moral line will enter into a conversation even before you come into the room. Oh, he's coming. We can expect this. This is how he's going to behave. We know that. This is what she's going to do. This is what she stands for. So your personal moral line precedes you in any conversation, precedes you in any transaction. So please be very clear on how you define your personal moral. Circle of influence. This is something that I love. Every one of us, whether we like it or not, have a circle of influence. We influence people. Consciously or subconsciously, we do it. We may not realize it. And in our own way, every one of us can do it. Let me give you an example. I used to stay in Pune till about 3 years ago. And we had a maid working at home. She had 3 kids, 2 sons, a daughter. The daughter was the younger one. Daughter was 10 years old. In those communities, rural Pune communities, girls get married off very quickly. I'm not saying we were big paymasters or whatever, but the bulk of her salary would come from the work help that she did at home. One of the conditions for her service was her daughter would study up to 12, and she would not get married before she was 18. Any of these two conditions she violates, she's out of a job. This is my impact on my circle of influence. I can do it. We all talk about banning plastic, we talk about all this. Well, same way, even now, when I go out, I take a cloth bag with me. Initially, they said, "No, sir, हमारे पास है bag इसमें." Now the first thing they ask me now is, "Sir, bag किधर?" You know, so in your circle of influence, your behavior influences the way people think about it. You don't realize this. This happens subconsciously. Over a period of time, people start to expect certain things of you. Reinforce those positive stereotypes. This is what, as leaders in an emerging enterprise, as leaders in any enterprise, you need to do. And finally, what will lead to sustainability? What will lead to a circular economy are the 4 Ps, not the 3 Ps. I go a little beyond the 3 Ps. Oops, what happened? Why is it going? Why is it going forward? Going forward. Okay. Okay. So these are the 4 Ps. You're all available. You know about people, profits, and planet. 3 Ps. Everybody knows about it. The 4th P is principles. Your ethical compass, your morals. How are you going to behave as an organization? What is the benchmark that you're going to set? That's it. So when you have people and principles aligned, you have a balanced society. When you have profits and planet aligned, you have business viability. If you are talking about principles and planet, you're talking of idealism. You're not talking profits anymore, you're talking of idealism. When you're talking about profit and people, you're talking about economic equity. But when you're talking of all 4 together, that's when you're truly sustainable. You need to marry principles, your ethics, your personal moral life into anything and everything that you do. Only then you will be truly sustainable. Let me give you an example. Again, what Priyadashini talked about. Urbanization is increasing. Yes, you said 20%, now 50%. Why? Where is the revenue generated? Not in urban areas. The revenue is generated in rural areas. Most of our manufacturing facilities are not in urban areas. They're all in rural areas. Where is the money coming? To the urban areas. Why? So that the poor remain poor, the rich remain rich. One of the things that you should mandate, it will never happen. I can tell you now, it will never happen. 50% of the income generated in any industry, the revenue should stay in the local area. Will never happen. 50% of the shareholders, at least, should be locals. Will never happen. When this happens, people will not flock to urban areas. Urban areas will flock to rural areas. You will achieve true equality, true equity. But the aspirational needs, the greed of the shareholders will never allow this to happen. I'm sorry if it is becoming a Gyan session. Sorry about that. But this is something that I care very deeply about. So I just go with the flow. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, who are stakeholders? We talk about stakeholders. How much do we know about stakeholders? A stakeholder is an individual or a business entity who has got material involvement in your business. So please notice this word, material involvement. The individual or the business has to have a significant involvement in your business. And they impact directly or indirectly your performance. If that happens, they are a stakeholder. If not, they are not a stakeholder. There's no definition. I mean, we have a chai wala outside. Okay? in the corner who serve maybe breakfast in the morning, some lunch in the afternoon. People flock there to have cigarettes and tea. He is a stakeholder. If that business was not there, your people would still go. Only thing is they would go farther away. My suggestion would be bring him inside. Give him space inside your compound. Have him run it for your people. You save time. Plus you gain goodwill. I don't have to walk out. My stakeholder is coming to me. So think about this. It beats common sense. How is he a stakeholder? Your people are going out. 20-minute lunchtime can become 40-minute lunchtime if he's not there. You lose productive time. So he's a stakeholder. So think about it. Anyone or any individual or entity which has a material impact is a stakeholder. The other definition is any entity whose circumstance can impact your business. What do I mean by that? A few years ago, we had the Satyam case. Deloitte was banned for 3 years from doing any audits. May not have done anything to your company, but if Deloitte was your auditor, for 3 years, they couldn't audit you. So their circumstance impacted your business adversely. So they are a stakeholder. So be clear about who are your stakeholders. Okay, so in any organization, in any setup, stakeholders fall under 4 categories. You have 4 categories of stakeholders. 1, those who are dependent on you for their business. So they could be your customers, they could be, people who are aligned, transportation agencies who are aligned with you, whatever. So people who are dependent on you for their business. People that you depend on for your business. The owners, the investors, shareholders. And 4th, society, environment, governmental agencies. So you have 4 set of stakeholders. These are broad sets. You can break them up into further subsets. But broadly, you can categorize your stakeholders into 4 categories. And now, each one of these set of stakeholders have their own set of aspirations. They come with their own baggage, they come with their own expectations. What happens to society? Okay, how is environment a stakeholder? Environment is very much a stakeholder because we have science-based targets. 1.5 degrees C is a target. Clean water is a target. We know what is the allowed level of pollution that is permissible to enter into your water stream. What can be the phosphorus levels in water? What can be the COD, BOD of your water? You know all that. So these are science-based targets which are inviolable, and these are the aspirational needs of the environment. You say net zero. Net zero is another aspirational need of the environment. So it's not that the environment is a mute spectator in your business. The environment's aspirations are already clear. These targets are already available to you. So don't say that. So when I say environment is a stakeholder, the aspirational needs of the environment are already known to us. We know what is expected. Same with society. Again, what are we looking at? Society looks to move up. So we know what society wants. They want to improve their standard of life. So that's an aspirational need. Good health, education for their children, everything within the local community, localization. That's what society wants. So it's not like these are aspirational needs which are outlandish. These are practical, everyday requirements that these stakeholders have. And these are not unknown either. So, and then governmental agencies, of course, we know. You have these various norms which you are expected to adhere to. adhere to. There are various laws made by the government. You need to follow that. You need to abide by those. So, this is what I like to show you. Your stakeholders sit in a four-band balance. We all now are aware with a weighing balance. The equilibrium will come only when both sides are balanced. Any one of these four bands, if it is overloaded, it will tip the balance and the pan will collapse. And that's what we are seeing today. We see a disproportionately high value being placed on one stakeholder aspiration at the cost of the other three stakeholders. I mean, we have to really sit down, think, and talk. Listen to them. They don't, I mean, the other stakeholders are not asking for the sky. And even the shareholders, I mean, if you look at it realistically, they are not asking you for higher dividend. It's only our own perception. I did this much this year, I need to do better next year. This is something that is assumed. Have we ever sat down and talked with our shareholders and said, look, let us cap dividends at this level? Have we ever talked? No. I don't think so. I did this, my peers are doing this, oh, I need to do better than my peers. Only then my share value will go up. Why? What will you do with all this notional wealth? You know, so these dialogues don't happen. These aspirational needs are not recognized. They're not even documented. Yet we blindly assume that these to be true and follow it. Okay, so what kind of aspirations should we have? So we say smart. I mean, this is not my jargon. This is jargon. This is everyone knows what is smart. So make sure that you follow these aspirations. They should be specific, well-defined, realistic, measurable, actionable, timely. Make sure that your aspirations are smart. And this is what happens when you have dialogue with stakeholders. I mean, see, environment is very kind. They're already smart in their aspirations. There's nothing hidden in the aspirations of the environment. Society's aspirations are not unrealistic. Again, they are smart. It's the other aspirations that are not smart. And that's where we need to curb. We need to make them smart. So, when you have your aspirations listed out for each stakeholder, put them through the 4W1H. This is the metric that I like to talk about. What are the aspirations? Why are these aspirations important? We need to know if someone has an aspiration, why is it important for that entity, for that stakeholder to have that aspiration? Third, how can these aspirations be met? I mean, unmet aspirations lead to chaos. So you need to have a means for meeting your aspirations. When, in what time frame are you going to meet these aspirations? And finally, who is targeted with achieving these aspirations? So you must have a person for every target and a target for every person. That's the only way you can be involved. So make sure that they meet the criteria of the 4W1H. So the whole premise behind this is you have to critically evaluate these aspirations. Those that are out, I mean, for lack of a better terminology, you say short, medium, long term, bracket them into such buckets, making sure that every stakeholder aspiration is there in every bucket. should not have that the short-term goals are predominantly geared towards one set of stakeholders. So every single stakeholder has a representation in every bucket. That's the only way you can achieve. That's the only way you can achieve the harmony that we're talking about. So, one final point. We all talked about DEI, diversity, equality. You proudly said 68%, 70% women. That's not sustainable. Sorry to burst your bubble. Not sustainable. When the population is 50-50, how is 30-70 sustainable? I'm not saying make it 50-50. 40-60 to 60-40. Your population should fall in that bandwidth, in that ratio. One metric. Second metric. Average salary of males to females in any organization, average salary, the ratio should be between 0.95 and 1.05, plus minus 5%. That is when you will have equality. Having 70% women in low-paying jobs is not really going to serve the purpose. When we are talking about being a sustainable society, when you are talking about being truly sustainable, you have to also treat them the same. And third, highest salary in an organization to lowest salary in an organization. Ratio should not be more than 10 times. Doesn't happen anywhere in the world. Maybe one or two organizations. Okay, I know. Never happens. We're proud to say that our CEOs make 300 times the median salary. I'm not even talking the lowest salary. 300 times, 350 times the median salary. These are not sustainable societies. You're never going to meet the unmet aspirations of your employees. And that's why I say cap the profits. Use the money to improve these metrics. Think differently. We innovate in business, we innovate in operations, innovate in people, innovate in the way you think about systems, innovate in the way you think about stakeholder engagement. This is what is going to make you create value. This is what will take you beyond sustainability. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if it was too much jam. My apologies, but I just got carried away. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayerji, for being so nice and kind. You did not have to apologize, of course. I think, Dr. Nilesh, you have anything to share or say? Because I saw you making some notes. Not now? Okay.
Not in a complete course.
Yeah.
Not radical, but true. There are a lot of disagreement. Lot of disagreement.
No, he told me. No. He told you have a very smiling photograph. I said yes, because that's the only smile that I see on the audience face when I start talking. Because nobody likes to see anyone.
But it's not that. He likes them. But someone else.
No, see, you have to benefit that. You cannot say who will benefit. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you once again. I think let's have a big round of an applause. And it was a much needed session, I believe, post the break. I would now like to invite Ananya to please introduce our advisory members for EGA 2025.
Thank you, Vinod. So now let's meet our respected global advisory members of EGA 2025, who bring valuable experience and guiding our mission of sustainability and innovation. First, from India, we have Dr. Randeep Saini. Dr. Saini, with a PhD in engineering and technology, has over 30 years of leadership in environmental quality, lab management, and waste management. He heads Green Economy Initiatives and the Green Economy Coalition Foundation, focusing on environmental training and policy advocacy. Joining us from India, Dr. Preeti Amritkar. Dr. Amritkar is the director at Envirocare Labs with a PhD in chemical technology and over 17 years experience in analytical sciences. She leads research, quality systems, and advanced testing, and frequently shares her expertise at national forums. Next, from India, we have Dr. Prabodh Halde. Dr. Halde is Head of Global Regulatory Affairs at Marico Limited with more than 30 years in food technology and regulatory affairs. He is also a key trainer for FSSAI and FDA and leads initiatives with CASMB and AIFPA. Now, from India, we have Dr. Anand Chodia. Mr. Anand Chodia. Mr. Anand is the Director of Technology and Innovation at Sohana Praveen Masale and founder of the Eco Factory Foundation. He is known for creating India's first waste management park, promoting sustainable farming, and leading climate action projects like Shashwat Bharat Setu. Our next advisory members is Dr. Nimish Shah. Dr. Shah heads regulatory sciences for South Asia at Unilever and has over 30 years of experience in microbiology, public health, and food safety. He has played key roles in sanitation projects and international regulatory collaborations. And from USA, we have Mr. Anand Ganu, founder of Garje Marathi Global. Mr. Anand leads a global network of change makers over 30 plus locations across India and the USA. He works on mentoring, entrepreneurship, and community leadership. I request all to join your hands and extend a round of applause for all our advisory members. Thank you. And now I would like to call Ms. Shubha to come and introduce our extended esteemed partners.
Thank you, Ananya. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the valued partners who make EGA 2025 possible, supporting our shared goals of sustainability and innovations. First, knowledge partner. Our first knowledge partner is Envirocare Labs Private Limited, an NABL accredited globally recognized laboratory with 45 plus years of excellence in food, water, and environmental testing. As EGA's organizer and knowledge partner, they bring trusted expertise, research, and strong commitment to sustainable practices. Our second knowledge partner is Green Economy Initiatives Private Limited, a leader in promoting green business models and environmental consultancy. They focuses on low carbon, inclusive, and resource efficient solutions perfectly aligned with EGA's mission to support impactful sustainability projects. Our second partner category is network partner. In network partner, we have CASMB, which is Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses. CASMB works to strengthen MSMEs through policy advocacy, business networking, and regulatory guidance. The efforts helps EGA highlights grassroots innovators and small businesses sustainability champions. Our second network partner is ANC, which is Agri Network Consultancy. ANC focuses on strengthening India's agriculture ecosystem. ANC supports EGA by connecting key players in agri-businesses and advancing sustainable farming and food security initiatives. Our third partner category is support partner. In support partner, we have RRMA, which is Regulatory Representatives of and Managers Association. RRMA helps raise awareness on regulatory practices through networking and knowledge sharing, bringing valuable compliance expertise to EGA. Our another support partner is ATMS and Co LLP. This advisory firm offers legal and regulatory supports to business across industries, helping EGA participants navigate complex environmental and sustainability standards. Our fourth partner category is consulting partner. In consulting partner, we have CCC, which is Consultants Consortium of Chennai. CCC provides specialized consulting in business strategies, environmental management, and sustainability. They support EJA with outreach, program planning, and technical expertise. And finally, our media partner, Hospitality Biz. It's India's leading hospitality magazine. Hospitality Biz shares inspiring stories from EGA with key industry leaders, helping amplify our impact across food, tourism, and sustainability sectors. We thank all our partners for their incredible support in making EGA 2025 a platform for meaningful change. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Dinil to start the most awaited part of this event.
The award ceremony.
Yeah.
Before we head to that, I would like to bring to your attention once again that 2025 happens to be the 8th year of us celebrating sustainability with our 3 E's of encourage, empower, and enlighten. So thank you to all the 3 keynote speakers for the session. I would request Dr. Nilesh to please honor the speakers. Dr. Kar. Dr. Iyer.
Thank you, sir. It is wonderful actually to see. I think Gunjan.
Priya is online.
Yeah. Priya Gunjan, thank you very much. Your trophy is with me. I'm going to take it. And
Yeah, of course, you can.
thank you. And, I could see a lot of discussions happening post the session of Dr. Iyer. And precisely that's the point, that's the objective, that the topics that are being actually curated in such a way, the slides have been also curated. We are actually looking at the slides where when from the presenters, the keynote speaker sessions, and the point here is that we develop a community wherein we are able to exchange freely our thoughts. The thoughts may not match, and that's the beauty of diversity. So thank you very much for bringing those points across to all of us, both or all the 3 speakers, and we have our differences of opinion which we'll definitely discuss and evolve further our understanding. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Nilesh. So before we start the award ceremony, I would like to request all the winners and special citation awardees that please stay on the mark for the photograph till we capture the memories. And now the moment we have all been waiting for, EGA 2025 award ceremony. This year we received applications from 4 countries across diverse categories, from young green warriors to MSMEs and forever young sustainability champions. EGA today receives, each winner here today receives a cash prize, a EGA trophy crafted by recycled material, and 5 trees planted in their name at Andhra Pradesh. Let's begin with the special citations followed by the category-wise winners. A round of applause for every nominee. Your contribution makes this place a better place to live in. And our first category is private MSME, and the special citation in this category goes to Development Connect. Kalolji, are you here? We would like to present to you all the initiatives that Development Connect has taken. I request sir to please be here. We will play the initiative.
This year's citation award in the private MSME category is conferred to Development Connects, led by visionary geologist and rural innovator Mr. Kalol Saha. With a rare blend of science, sustainability, and community, his work has empowered over 10,000 households across 53 villages through watershed development. Trained over 8,000 community members on water and sanitation under Jal Jeevan Mission, and developed tech that delivers land and water solutions 3 times faster and at 80% less cost. whether designing ponds in Jharkhand or helping tribal farmers earn from mixed horticulture. Development Connects proves that grassroots innovation can be scalable, scientific, and deeply human. Planted more than 7,000 trees, their efforts have sequestered over 160 tons of carbon annually, saved costs, and boosted biodiversity, all in alignment with the UN SDGs. Congratulations to Development Connects for inspiring climate action that's not just smart but truly inclusive.
I request Dr. Nilesh and Avinash ji to please come forward to do the honors.
This is the tree certificate where the geotag trees are being planted in your name in a village in Andhra Pradesh. That the trees are specifically for the concept of migratory birds. Later of application and thank you.
I request Dr. Nilesh and Avinash to please be at the left, and we would also like to felicitate the winner. And the winner in this category, private MSME, is NICAM Solution. So I request the NICAM team to please come forward. A big round of an applause for the NICAM team. So I just request all the dignitaries. Yeah. Okay, we will capture. I request all the dignitaries to please flee the space for the initiatives. So, somebody.
The winner in the private MSME category at Envirocare Green Awards 2025 is NICAM Solutions, a change maker in green chemistry. With over 150 eco-friendly products, 4 global patents, and innovations like Biox, an oxo-biodegradable plastic additive that eliminates microplastics and reduces landfill impact, NICAM is transforming environmental challenges into sustainable solutions. Their work spans water, air, agriculture, and plastics, helping reduce microplastics, conserve up to 50% water, and cut greenhouse emissions. Backed by 100+ years of expertise and a commitment to 10+ UN SDGs, they reinvest 25% of profits into R&D and people. Congratulations, NICAM Solutions, for pushing the boundaries of Chemtech for a cleaner, greener tomorrow.
This is a rare opportunity that the student is giving the award to the professor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Dulip. Thanks for joining us. We now move to our next category of award, that is Academia. And the special citation in the Academia Award goes to Ellen Mishra, College of Business Management. Oh, do we have something from the... So since they could not attend the ceremony, they're online. I believe we will not be able to share the stage online, but I would like to play their initiatives for our audience.
Recognizing excellence in environmental education and action, The citation award in the academia category goes to L.N. Mishra College of Business Management from Muzaffarpur, Bihar. From composting over 7 tons of organic waste annually to nurturing a 60% green campus, they have made sustainability a daily practice. Their campus runs on solar energy, uses 97% LED lighting, and has built an eco-conscious culture through their student-led Eco Club Panchatal. With green startups, zero waste goals, and community composting, LNMCBM shows how academia can lead real change for people and the planet. Congratulations to L.N. Mishra College of Business Management for leaving a lasting impact with every green step.
Big round of an applause for Ellen Mishra. And our winner in the academia category. Our winner in the academia category is Institute of Leadership, Entrepreneurship and Development. I request Chopra ji to please come forward. Huh. We would like, sir, if you could excuse us for the screen, we would like to play your initiatives. Up is side acha.
The Academia category winner at Envirocare Green Awards 2025 is the Institute of Leadership, Entrepreneurship and Development, ILED. ILED transformed a 50-year-old campus using 100% recycled materials, repurposing over 40,000 kg of wood, plastic and glass into green infrastructure. Their initiatives have impacted 1.5 lakh lives, empowered 600 plus first-generation entrepreneurs, and saved up to 60% energy through smart design. With 40 liters month rainwater harvesting, 3 plantations, and strong action on 9 UN SDGs, they are building not just students, but sustainable futures. Congratulations to ILED for leading by example and making sustainability part of every lesson.
I would like to request Dr. Halde to please honor the winners. On the mark.
So I must say over here that sir has come all the way from Calcutta. Oh. And he's a 75 years old or rather young person. He landed last night specifically for this award, and thank you so much, sir, for coming all the way from Calcutta. Right. Yes.
Yes.
See, I would like to invite possible of our champion, please will start because it's located in Chinatown. There's only Chinatown in India, and it was casually. Instead of breaking the country, we kept the country maintain the heritage, so that's why most of the country they had kept the country, they recreated the Chinese heritage there, but they named a restaurant there. The whole interior is Chinese. So, and it is actually it is like
आप वही रहता है.
award again. But now upcycled almost 150 waste are being purposed absolutely. I'm also a trader. I presently quoted for the things that dealt with all the art. That data is made in Delhi, most of the that derived routing code. Most of the architects have this concept that if you use waste data, it will take cost for the poor labor is required. It will take more time for government to take time and it will look like it can. Just this break this myth, I did for concept. Not only I did my own house, my great project for my wife, and two thoughts. One in agreement, one in all are made almost 1995. And not cost, just cost better. Just not taking more time, less stress, and it doesn't look like a junkyard. Looks awesome. So therefore, these are the proof of concept, and I would like that any one of you here visiting Calcutta, please come to our campus, have a look, see. Only seeing is believing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And for the next category of awards, I would like to invite our jury member Omkar Musare forward and Dr. Nilesh to do the honors. And the next category is NGO and cooperatives. The special citation award in this category goes to Greenworks Trust. I request the members of the Greenworks Trust to please come forward. Yes, thank you. I would like to play your initiative, so if you could free us the space.
The citation award in the NGO category goes to Greenworks Trust for their inspiring work in conservation, education, and community action. From reaching 6,000 plus students and 1,800 homemakers with waste awareness to collecting over 8 tons of waste, they turn action into impact. Their lake restoration work created 9 lakh liters of water storage, while 225 bee boxes brought sustainable income to 45 tribal families. They've empowered children, trained forest officials, preserved tribal knowledge, and led
Maybe we missed something.
The citation award in the NGO category goes to Greenworks Trust for their inspiring work in conservation, education, and community action. From reaching 6,000 plus students and 1,800 homemakers with waste awareness to collecting over 8 tons of waste, they turn action into impact. Their lake restoration work created 9 lakh liters of water storage, while 225 bee boxes brought sustainable income to 45 tribal families. They've empowered children, trained forest officials, preserved tribal knowledge, and led vulture conservation across 514 villages. Congratulations to Greenworks Trust for weaving together ecology, economy, and education to shape a greener tomorrow.
Let's hear a big round of applause for Greenworks Trust.
Yes, please close. Okay.
Yeah. You'd like to say something? Yes, please. Yeah.
मी मराठीत बोलतो. माझं नाव आहे रोहित मधुकर वाघमारे आणि एक ट्रायबल कास्ट आहे, आदिवासी आहे. आणि ट्रस्ट मध्ये येण्याबद्दल निसर्गाबद्दल माझा दृष्टिकोन कसं वेगळं, निसर्ग कसा सांभाळावा, निसर्गाने आपल्याला काय काय केलं त्याबद्दल मला काहीच माहिती नाही. जेव्हा मी ट्रस्ट मध्ये आलो तेव्हा लोकांनी मला खूप काही निसर्गाबद्दल काय काय आपल्याला शिकायला पाहिजे किंवा माझ्या दृष्टीने पाहिलं तर मी एक आता विचार करतो एका दुकानात गेलो की तिथून शॉप करायला गेलो तर तिथे प्लास्टिक घ्यावा की नको घ्यावा आणि समजा मी घेतलंयच प्लास्टिक तर प्लास्टिक न फेकता मी मग खिशात भरून ठेवतो आणि आमचा एक प्रोजेक्ट आहे मॅनेजमेंट ते देऊन तिथे जाऊन देतो प्लस माझी बायको सुद्धा एनजीओ मध्ये तर ती सुद्धा डायरेक्ट म्हणते प्लास्टिक फेकू नका नाही तर डायरेक्ट धमकीच देते तर मग जरा आमचा निश्चयबद्दल थोडासा नजरिया दृष्टिकोन बदल. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
Yes, and we will now move to our winner in this category. I just wanted to make a request to all the dignitaries and all the winners and citation awardees that we have a paucity of time. We have made a provision at the end of our program where we will capture all your thoughts and everything that you'd like to express, and that will also be published on our website. And I request all of you to please follow us on all our social platforms: Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. And we move to our next category winner in this category of NGO and cooperatives. The winner is Akshay Patra Foundation. Yeah.
It is their moment. It is your moment. You stand here.
The winner in the NGO category at Envirocare Green Awards 2025 is the Akshay Patra Foundation from Mansa, Gujarat. Their impact is both nourishing and sustainable, serving over 22,000 nutritious meals every day across 156 schools, while turning their kitchen into a green innovation hub. Saved 1.89 lakh units of electricity over 3 years, with 55% of their energy from solar, biogas, replacing over 5,000 kilograms of LPG and 13,900 kilograms of water recycled. They've reduced emissions meal by meal. Their entire delivery fleet now runs on clean fuel, and their work is certified under 4 major ISO standards, including carbon footprint reporting. Congratulations to the Akshay Patra Foundation for proving that every meal served can be a step toward a greener, healthier, and more equitable future.
Commendable job. I think we are being very conjuice with our applause. So please give a big round of applause for each applicant. They've been going through a lot of rounds of evaluation, from presentation to jury calls to everything. And also we have been giving them a lot of calls. We need this, we need that. So please appreciate their efforts by extending a big round of an applause. Thank you. Thank you.
So this is the second year where we are giving cash awards to the first. I am very proud that to give back to the society. So somebody was saying that stakeholders are phone hai. So yes, these are our stakeholders. We don't interact with them much, but they are doing something wonderful for the society and giving something back to them. I think is something we feel we are blessed to do that. So thank you very much.
Our next category is the government and municipal cooperatives, in which we have a special citation winner, that is Kendriya Vidyalaya. They are available with us online. They could not make it to the ceremony. Kendriya Vidyalaya is from Bhopal. and following our Kendriya Vidyalay's initiatives.
At the heart of a greener India lies a school that's not just teaching sustainability, they're living it every day. Presenting the Special Citation Award winner in the government category, Kendriya Vidyalaya No. 2, Bhopal. From planting over 150 native trees to sequester more than 3,000 kilos of CO2 annually, to saving 10,000 liters of water each year through rainwater harvesting. Their impact is measurable, meaningful, and mission-driven. Inside the classrooms, 90% energy-efficient LEDs, student-run eco-clubs, and daily waste segregation ensure sustainability isn't a chapter in the syllabus. It's a culture. With 100% paper and plastic waste segregation and over 1,000 kg of compost made from organic waste each year, they've created a campus that's a living, learning example of people, planet, and profit in harmony. For inspiring systemic change with students at the forefront, we are proud to recognize Kendriya Vidyalaya No. 2 Bhopal with a special citation award at the Envirocare Green Awards 2025.
Congratulations to Team Kendriya Vidyalaya. They are online with us. And our winner in this category of government and municipal organizations is Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, JNPA. Following are the initiatives of JNPA.
The government category winner at Envirocare Green Awards 2025 is Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, JNPA, a national leader in green port transformation. JNPA has installed over 45 megawatts of solar capacity, planted 1.11 lakh trees, reused 2 million liters of water daily, and electrified its entire rail and truck operations, reducing emissions by over 53,000 tons each year. From launching India's first solar-powered trash-collecting boat to deploying battery-swapping e-trucks, JNPA is setting benchmarks in sustainable logistics and marine conservation. Congratulations to JNPA for steering India's maritime sector toward a greener horizon.
I request Dr. Nilesh and one of our eminent sponsors, Anthony Lara team, to please come forward and honor the winners.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners. And our next category is individuals. About this category, we have two winners, and one winner is from Kolkata. He's just become a father, so he has a lot of commitments, and he could not make it. And the other winner is Dhritwan Molkar. I think Dhritwan is online with us, and Dhritwan is from UAE. So I would like to first take you through the special citation, that is Dr. Atun Roy Chaudhary. Following are his initiatives.
The citation award in the individual category goes to Dr. Atun Roy Chaudhary, a scientist transforming India's waste management systems. Through his Sana reactor innovation, Dr. Chaudhary has cut treatment time by 62%, generated over 3,000 kilowatt hours a year of renewable energy, and saved up to 250 liters of water per ton of waste, all while delivering zero landfill output. His work has enabled over 1 lakh saplings to bloom on reclaimed wasteland, prevented the release of 30,000 kilograms CO2 per ton, and laid the foundation for decentralized circular waste solutions. A scientist, educator, and visionary, he truly exemplifies science for impact, innovation for the planet. A true example of circular innovation driving climate action. Congratulations, Dr. Chaudhary.
Congratulations, Atun. And our winner in this category is Dhritwan, and Dhritwan is from UAE. I'd like to take you through Dhritwan's initiative.
The winner in the individual category goes to Dhritwan Molkar, a young changemaker proving age is no limit to impact. Through his Threads of Hope campaign, he's donated over 350 kg of clothing, diverted 300 plus kg of recyclables, and eliminated over 3,381 kg of CO2 emissions annually through his lifestyle choices. He's distributed 300 plus food kits, planted trees to absorb 110 kg CO2 per year, avoided 500 plus single-use plastics, and mentored 20 plus students online. From completing 30 kilometers of water awareness to conducting sustainability sessions for over 300 people, Dhritwan is walking the talk and inspiring the next generation. Congratulations, Dhritwan, for empowering change through action, compassion, and consistency.
Congratulations, Dhritwan. On this note, we also move to our next category of award, that is public sector and large corporates. In this category, the special citation goes to Royal Canin. I would like to take you all through the initiatives of Royal Canin, and to honor this award, I would like to invite our partners forward. We have Prashant Corner with us. Yeah. Please be here. We will honor them. We'll look at their initiatives.
In the large corporate category, the citation award goes to Royal Canin India Private Limited from Mumbai for creating a unique blend of compassion, climate action, and community care. Through vaccination of over 85,000 stray animals, 5,000 plus sterilizations, and distribution of 45,000 water bowls, they've redefined what responsible pet care looks like in urban India. Their green impact includes 1,000 entry of plastic recycled, 250 trees planted, and a measurable 4% cut in carbon emissions. With a people-first approach, including 16,000 plus volunteer hours and animal-assisted therapy sessions, Royal Canin has made sustainability a shared responsibility. Congratulations, Royal Canin India Private Limited, on being a catalyst for both social good and environmental action.
Congratulations to the entire team. Dr. Nilesh? Yeah. Ma'am, please. Congratulations. Here. And our winner in the public sector and large corporate category is IPCA Laboratories. Congratulations. Following are IPCA's initiatives.
The large corporate category winner at Envirocare Green Awards 2025 is IPCA Laboratories Limited, a true leader in sustainable pharma manufacturing. From recycling over 38,000 kiloliters of water to planting more than 10,000 trees, IPCA is not just reducing impact, they are regenerating ecosystems. With zero liquid discharge, 5.2 million safe man days, and a 28% green campus, they've turned industrial responsibility into environmental leadership. by saving over 100,000 kilowatt hours of electricity, cutting coal usage by 939 tons, and lowering CO2 emissions by 22% in 3 years, IPCA Lab is driving measurable climate action. For their commitment to the planet, people, and purpose, we proudly honor IPCA Laboratories Limited as the winner in the large corporate category.
Congratulations. I would like to invite Dr. Halde once again to honor the winners. Congratulations to all the green ambassadors, and like part of our initiative, we wanted to present a segment of special appreciation from this year. In this year, we would also like to congratulate one of the very prominent institutes, colleges in our state, that is BK Birla College. And this special appreciation is extended in the form of encouraging, empowering, and enlightening BK Birla College. They have been our past winners. They have also been our special citation. I would request BK Birla College to please come forward. About BK Birla College promotes sustainability as a cultural value and a daily practice. College believes that sustainability of the campus is one of the achievable goals, and it's possible when most of the activities of an individual stakeholder is focused towards sustainability. College promotes sustainable practices in its lush green and serene campus with the help of various remarkable programs like installation of solar street lights, rainwater harvesting, gardening beds, rickshaw dindi, etc. The latest green initiative is replacing the conventional lighting with LEDs. College also makes efforts to instill environmental awareness among its students by observing No Vehicle Day twice a year. College will always take all the necessary steps to uphold the green values. To honor the special appreciation to BK Birla College, I invite Dr. Chunmai Chang, COO Envirocare Labs, and Dr. Nish. Awarded. Yes. Thank you, everybody. As we draw this remarkable day to a close, it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. On behalf of the entire EGA Secretariat, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Nilesh, our founder chairman, for his vision and inspiration. All the keynote speakers, jury members, patron, advisory members, our sponsors and partners, and of course to each one of you present here and also online for your time, energy, and your contribution towards a greener planet. A sincere thank you to everybody who made EGA 2025 a memorable and a meaningful celebration. Let's continue to encourage, empower, and enlighten together. Please join us for refreshments, before which I would also like to take the honor to welcome the dynamic team of EGA forward on the dais. Ananya, Shubha, Rashmi, Shraddha have just stepped out. I think they're aligning something. Dr. Nileshwar will do it. Vijay, please come forward. Neha and Isha are on leave. Kirti and Riya, I would request you to also please come forward. Yeah, please be at the center. Yes. Yes. I think we as a team, we are incomplete without the man who has the vision behind the entire EGA. So Dr. Nilesh, please join us to thank everybody who is here today. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us. EGA 2025, we look forward to inviting you all to EGA 2026. I request all of you to please follow us on all our social platforms, and let's keep contributing towards a greener planet. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Really nice to see your phone. A few things that I wanted to tell you. Yeah. I'll just exit everybody who's online. Sure. Oh,
Thank you, Priya ji. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you, Dinal. Thank you so much, CGA team. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, Envirocare Lab team. Thank you very much. PM Sri KV number 2 Bhopal.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Ji, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, team. Thank you, Sani sir. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Manisha. Thank you for being online.